Hello everyone, my name is Uthris, and welcome back to Transport Fever. As you can see from just the size of this first train on this first shot of the episode, you'll probably notice that the trains are a little bit longer. And I asked last episode if you guys wanted longer trains, and it looks like that was a thing. So I went ahead and boosted probably the length to about twice as long as they were before, or maybe 50%. Between 50 and 100% longer. So you can see these good cars just kind of rolling through a little bit more. This will potentially create some long-term issues for us, but for now, things seem to be working. There is going to be a kind of first initial fix that we're going to have to do though, and that is if we come over here, right on over here. This station looks completely normal, right? We have our two stations coming out, re-merging to two lines. They separate out here, and then reform together, and it's all hunky-dory. But you'll notice this train that's coming through here has stopped. And if I open up my line manager, you'll notice that all these lines are single tracking through this station. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. Nothing comes here except for the Shildon Bread Company. Nothing else is shipped here by train. That should mean, basically, you know, 1 and 3 should be drop-offs, and 2 and 4 should be drop-offs as well, just in the opposite direction. Something is not going on correctly in this section. So we just need to fast forward time a little bit, let some trains cycle through, and then hopefully I'll be able to remove a lot of this and get it straightened out before we have some backflow returned. I could for now as well just force them all to go into this lower section, which could be an idea. So let's actually do that. So if I just kind of take those out. Oh boy, that's a readjust. Right there. So we just disconnect that whole upper section because we're technically not using it for anything but pathing. You'll notice that the lower section actually operates, which is kind of interesting and might tell us a little bit about what is going on. So it is pretty obvious that that is creating an issue. Now, as soon as I get these other lanes to work, hopefully traffic will go through this at a decent pace. Definitely better than it was before. So there goes that wagon there. Off it goes. Yes, yes, yes. By the way, we're up to $1.2 billion. A lot of money going in and out of the bank right now. It's really good. So what we need to get this upper lane to essentially function is we need a peel off from these two lines here, and then it to just connect as if nothing happened the other way. Now it's kind of a tight fit, so I have a feeling that is also what's really causing a bit of an issue. We have trains coming in here like every second. All right, pause. Just gonna delete this real quick. All right, get rid of any of the previous remnants, and we're gonna start on this end. We're gonna see if we can't straighten this out. So it should go here to here. Okay, that's normal. And then we do need a bit of a switch. And we will make it a bit longer out here just because these trains are a little longer now. Too much slope, huh? Just too much slope going through here. I might have to make these shorter. Sometimes going shorter is kind of the answer. There we go. So we have that crossing. All right. That should be fine. And we're gonna go ahead and gate this up. All right. So entry, exit, Okay, and it can go either way in here and out of here, right? So it can use either of these points to go through. It just has to choose one. Okay. Now, I want this to be a little bit wider than before, because the curve of this does make it a little difficult to do. All right, hop the track. And the fact that that is so much higher than the last one. So hold on. Let's move the terrain a little bit, flatten this out. That could have been an issue as well. Maybe there was a terrain issue and really you couldn't see it until you get down here at this level. Alright, so we're gonna get these pretty close. Kinda like that. Get rid of these signals here. And now we go for the merge. Okay, and that seems normal to me. Nothing too crazy about it. We will add that short switch here, which too much slope. Too much slope. This is the story of Transport Fever is a story of too much slope, by the way. Especially on these turns. I don't know what it is about it, but it really doesn't like doing them. Okay. One here, one here. Single. Single. Alright, now, let's take a look at it. It's doing it again. Why? Let's... Oh man, why is it doing that? I know it's because, probably because inside here, these are technically either direction, and so maybe as a route, it's just like, yeah, it'll be fine to go that way. So let's try this. Yep. So that fixed it there. So I needed one sort of signal within this gate to essentially force that to happen. A little weird, but since they're not stopping here like this train does, then maybe that was a bit of an issue. So we reworked this. That's fine. Hopefully it goes a little bit smoother with the longer trains. Anyways. Yeah, that should work. Okay, good. Good. All right, now we can actually talk about what's going on this episode. 8 minutes in. The text file factory is not working, and I think it's because you guys pointed this out last episode. We come down here. You can see line 4 is just taking raw oil over to Market Deeping South. That's actually wrong, and you guys pointed that out. So what we're gonna do is go to vehicles and basically sell all of these because this is incorrect, and we need to sell the actual or move the refined oil down. So there we go. So they'll all go and get sold. Okay. Then we can take a look at this oil. And we're going to tell both of these to go inside. And we're going to outfit them with the actual, what's this called? Crude? Not crude, oil. This is crude. Yeah, so just the actual oil itself. which is already coming down to this dock in theory. I don't know why there's not any oil there now. Oh no, this is taking fuel. We're taking oil to here. So we'll get this new line hooked up with the actual oil and get that shipped down to here. And then this will start producing, hopefully, the chemicals that we need. And then that rest of the line should work just fine, as far as I'm aware. I'm tempted to add our turnaround to this section here. Again, these trains are really long, and whenever they fill up, or, you know, it's time for them to go, them teleporting and turning around kind of instantly really bugs me. I don't like the looks of that. So what I might do is come over here. Just go straight out. And then curve along this road. Like that, yep. Alright. So that merges back into one. And just like that. Okay, so that's kind of a turnaround point for that. And then what we'll do to get this to kind of work, these ends to go parallel, and they'll merge about halfway in, probably. Kind of like that. So now these 4 tracks will loop into 2, loop into 1, and then you can go out. That way. And then that means I need a number, I guess 1 and number 3 for this. If I'm keeping consistency here. What's this? Machine factory is complaining, but that's pretty normal. You need to be refit. How do I do that? There we go. Refit for that. Perfect. Off you go. Sheldon oil line is working. Let's take a look at this path for the Sheldon Bread Company. As you can see, it kind of goes down to there. If I add a point, let's actually signal this up real quick. Because I'm goofing it a little bit. So, signal, signal. Signal, signal. Right? No. Did I reverse these? I think so. 4 and 2. Yes. Yes. That is correct. Man, you think I would know how to do this by now? Okay. And then let me get this kind of set up here, and all of this should be one way through this whole loop. Pretty standard controls here, just like that. And if I say this is one way, yes, and all of these are one way, should filter back out the way it needs to go. So we take a look in here and go to the Sheldon Bread Company again. And add just like that. There we go. We got our route. So Sheldon transfer, and then to this signal, it'll do a loop. And then off it goes. And then there is a Sheldon farm line Which if I... This is shield and transfer, but this is actually not the right one. It's the grain depot line. You see? Color coordinating is important. So shield and transfer. And we'll just add this as well. So now, when our grain train comes in, unloads all of these wagons, you will leave simply at the back end and hopefully turn around. Just like that. Now, it is a little odd to have your road going right through the middle of this loop. So we might reroute this a bit. But that should work just fine. I think it just looks better. Doing that looks so much better. I would like to even do that for Shieldon in the actual residential line at some point. Alright, a little bit of upkeep at the beginning of this episode. Totally normal. Okay, and then you get to go on out. Shieldon oil delivery. Now let's see. So it is creating oil now. Good. So the Shieldon oil drop off. Okay, that's where it picks it up. Now the fuel line annex is the one that takes all this fuel. So let's go ahead and delete out that. It's going to come on up here. On down to there, and it's going to transfer. Okay, so we have line 4 back. Buy some road vehicles. I really wish I could use that Peterbilt. Okay, oil. And one. Let's actually set this, right? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set line all. 4, off it goes. You can see that should be working. Alright, and I did upgrade this, by the way, between episodes, in case anyone is wondering. So with that, we should be getting oil finally down to here, and then the chemicals actually heading in the right direction, which makes me pretty happy. Now this, the machine factory, if I go ahead and take a look at how many vehicles that we have at it. We have a lot, but we could do with more. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's the Rygate Machine Factory. Okay. Is that correct? Rygate Machine Factory, yes. Okay, just making sure. Don't want to send all these vehicles and try and get them back in here. Machine Factory, off they go. So they should grab as much machine and tool parts as possible. Get them into Rygate as much as possible. So the farm, still doing a little meh. But with these longer trains providing a lot more grain, this should actually improve. I think they'll improve. We're not shipping enough food yet. Production would be better on that. Log sawmills doing okay. Rygate's growth, if we take a look at it, you can see it's kind of leveling off at this point. Which means we have to just keep shipping more and more. Another long grain car. Let's check the grain here. Production on grain's doing pretty good. I mean, we have 166 waiting, and by the time the one that just dropped some off up there gets back, should be okay. Oh yeah, longer trains. Definitely the way to go. It just looks so good. Just cruising on through. And we even upgraded our passenger line with additional passenger cars and newer passenger cars as well. Alright, so that's going to take care of clothing for us. The only thing that we're not shipping at this point in the episode is goods. We're not shipping this milk to turn into food. We aren't shipping anything to these landfills. And we're not shipping anything to the power plant. So that means currently, you know, we have a couple depots and things like that. Dawlish and Philly aren't really getting supplied with anything, but Philly's at least getting passengers. And we have a rail line connecting it. Dawlish, you know what? You guys can let me know what you want me to do with them. I can either do more trains or more vehicles up in that area. Either works fine, I believe. Uh-oh. We have too many construction components not being shipped out. Let's check on Sheldon. Sheldon's getting 50%. Ragged's probably at 100%. 85%, yeah, they're pretty golden. Hertford is 68%. And this town's not getting any yet, so that's something to look at in the future for sure. Love all these trains. Do I have a double junction where I don't need a double junction? Or are these just so long? Yeah, these are long trains. So what I might do is make the junction out here. So they choose which side to go. I know this is a little bit of a utility episode, but it's really important to do these from time to time so that you're kind of not mucking about and fixing them later. And there we go. And we take a look at this terminal. You can see now they go to different terminals every time, for sure. And I'll just go ahead and delete that. Delete these. And that should work. I want to see what two trains do when they arrive at roughly the same time. I don't know if we have any scheduled to get there soon. There's one grain. There's another grain one just kind of waiting up there. Why do we have a switch up here? Everything should be basically sorted by here. I'm getting rid of this switch. I don't think that hurt anything. Nope. No clue, but it was creating problems with traffic eventually, so maybe that'll help out even more. Doing some redundant cleanup. Alright, so we got a new one, new double-decker passenger car, so we're getting into the modern age here at 1988, I would say. Look at all these resources coming into Reggae now. And we need to decide we need to hook up a new freight location for later. Go ahead and set up a line to it. From here. Let's see, how many people are hitting each side? It looks like we're doing 3 each still right now, so kind of pop that over. Is that where that brown's going? Because that's kind of the one I want to match. Yes, okay. This is like drop-offs. This is export. Alright, let's get a vehicle depot. Just kind of stick that right there. Now hopefully this doesn't create too much traffic. As you guys know, we do have a tunnel right here. And a little bit of a wide junction, but it should be able to handle it. And we do have the other under tunnel going around to here underneath Reigate. So in the future, that will hopefully be smooth still. And we might extend our bus route. So we have loops. We have the big loop, right? I want to get a couple, you know, spines going. And they should touch some part of this loop as well. I think that would be a good idea to do. But first things first, let's go ahead and get some stuff shipping over here. And it's such a short route. We'll just do 4. 4, carry anything that you can to this depot. Drop it off. Hopefully we'll get some growth in this area as well now. And hopefully that'll spread out the traffic a little bit more from these bridges. Now, granted, this junction is not pretty most of the days. I don't know who would want to buy a house here. Stop building a road there, please. They keep building a road here because it's just faster to get on the bridge that way. They need to stop doing that. They definitely need to stop doing that. Alright, so we got the first little truck, I think, going over here. And hopefully in just a second. I just want to see if they picked up anything. No, not yet. But I doubt there's any sort of demand over in this section just yet. I mean, we are touching just a few little industries and commercials. But if we can get that figured out, that would be great. Let's also think about future bus routes. So passengers, bus routes. So let's go ahead and we'll get a spine going out this way into the center of Reigate and then like cover this L. So. So we got those going through into downtown. At least what I'm calling downtown. Alright, this is going to be another major route, probably. And it will hook actually into that street there. So this is just going to go straight in and over into Reigate. And then this is fairly well covered right now. Wouldn't mind a bus route, say, going from here like through these 4. And then let's end it up here. In fact, we'll do like an outer loop thing. Kind of like that. Don't know how they're gonna hook that up together, but we'll find out. All right, line 6. So go ahead and pick up at Upper Reigate. And you want to go Church Street, North Street, to the Avenue. Not just anywhere, folks, but the Avenue. Then Main Road. And then back, circle back around Main Road. Go back to the Avenue. back to North Street. Back to Church Street. And then end up in Upper Reigate there. Alright, so we're gonna call this the Avenue. Alright, I'm gonna get a new one. Let's go ahead and use both sides. So we'll go Lower Reigate. And try and head down this main street here. So we're gonna go Park Avenue. Mill Road. Queens Road. Back to Mill Road. And back to Park Avenue. Let's call this one Park Avenue. That's fine. Now we have the outer loop. I guess is what I'll have to end up calling it. It's really the only way to make it make sense. And really, it just kind of connects a lot of these unused ones to kind of just circle traffic on this side of the train tracks. So we'll do that. Back to the drive. It's a bit of an ugly route. The drive. Perfect. Alright. Let's get some of these new vehicles then. So let's just spawn them all out of here. So we can do double buses. That could be cool. So let's try that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just start with 6 buses each line. All right. So you are going to get the Avenue. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are gonna get Park Avenue probably. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set line all. And you're gonna get the drive. And there we go. Go ahead and upgrade this road, I think. Coming into town. Like, we don't really have a good bridge that goes straight downtown Reigate. Maybe something to look at some point soon. Let's go see what one of these new buses look like, though. Look at that. Look at that thing go. Little awkward turnaround. I'll have to think of a long-term solution for that. Nice. Looking good. Let's follow one. Let's follow the one doing Park Avenue here. Alright. Looks pretty well serviced. That car rear-ended us. That was rude. Oh my god, they need stoplights so bad. Oh, and ran over the whole people you just dropped off. That's fine too. Okay. New bus routes. Stuff is happening. Let's take a look at Reigate. You can see right now we're really only moving 24% of the population. We're not that great when it comes to moving them around. But I think as we add more bus routes and more of this line, we're hopefully going to get some better sprawling growth. going out there. And Rygate's looking good. Rygate is looking good. Are these guys delivering anything yet over to here? I want to check this out. No, not yet. But hopefully one day soon. If industry picks up this direction. This whole interchange is just killer. Not killer as in cool, but killer as in like it's literally killing it. All right, what's going on here? Are we taking any oil here yet? Oh, 100. Is this our first bit of oil to come on down? It might be. I might need just a train. I might just have to build a train, guys, for this crude oil somewhere. Like we might need a dedicated just freight line at some point for it. I think it would just be better. All right, what do we got? I just want to see this thing starting to produce chemicals and make sure the chemicals goes through all correctly. And then we can think about, again, what you guys want to do in the comments down below with Dawlish and maybe what good you want to ship, you know, whether that's actual goods or milk or maybe to the power plant. Alright, so it's coming in. Transfers it all out. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of oil now. I don't know why these guys are grabbing some of it. It should really only go to one place. I don't know. Maybe I set up a different weird route at some point. Let me just see. Yeah, so the chemical plant line. We technically have two potential drop-off and pick-up lines here. Good, plastic and chemicals. So hopefully we can get some chemicals. I want this thing to focus on chemicals, please. That would be ideal. So let's see details. You can see it is definitely focusing on plastics. So now, really what I wanted. Oh wait, no, I think it's changing. I think it's changing. 116 potential for chemicals. There we go. So we will come over here. I think this guy actually might be able to get here in time for a chemical pickup. And we're dropping off more oil too. No, he missed it. He literally just missed it. Go back in there. Pick it up, please. Nope. I think it's too late now. And actually, these guys are gonna try and pick up the plastic and take it somewhere? It's going to Rygate West? Oh my. Oh my, that's not what I wanted to happen with the chemicals. You're gonna transport it by road game. That is your decision to make, I suppose. I mean, we have a lot of road vehicles, but still concerning. Still very concerning. Anyways, this is pretty much it for today's episode of Transport Fever. A little bit messy, but you know, we got some good upgrades, basic things done that just need to happen for us to succeed in the long term. And with that, we've basically come to an end on this episode. So, if you guys want, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness such as this. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on what goods you want, other things you want to see shipped across the Rygate area. Go ahead and leave suggestions for trains, models that you might want to see as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.